Grand Rising, everyone. It is your shaman, your sister in spirit, and your friend Alesha here. It is Monday. Happy Mother's Day to all of you out there. And love being sent out to those who maybe yesterday was a little bit difficult of a day. Super excited to share the story of today and to get into the message that's been coming in. So before we get into that, though, I am going to go ahead and go through some of the announcements. So I have some amazing retreats that I'm going to be a part of coming up in June. And also, Anthony and I are going to be doing our Shamanic Sound Journey out at metaStone in Wellsburg. It's going to be on the 23rd. Okay, and it's going to be at 6 p.m. So definitely come out, experience this Shamanic Sound Journey. Devin, Anthony, and I did our chakra journey on Saturday, and it was awesome. So please, for those of you that are looking for a full embodied practice, come and check that out. There was yoga, there was, Anthony's meditation music, and then of course we went on the journey. So it was a lot of fun. Some of the upcoming retreats that you will find me at is the Summer Solstice Yoga Retreat. It's going to be at the Laurel Highlands in Pennsylvania. Okay. So come check us out. Anthony and I are going to be doing our Shamanic Sound Journey out there. On the 25th of June, I'm having that healing play day here at my house. There are 7 spots for people to come and play. You can find the description of that event in the description box that's with this live video. So come check it out. The event page is going to be made, but there is the sign up on my Calendly account. So go check that out. We are going to be doing the rewilding retreat. So I literally just posted about this. Okay. It's Devin, Anthony, me, and Michelle. We are going to be the facilitators for this. And for this summer retreat. Information is going to be dropped as we continue, but please check out that event page. Okay. We have been talking about this for a while. And so now to see it come to life, I'm bubbling on the inside with excitement, seriously. So please check out that event page. I put the link in the description. Last, but definitely not least, to my aspirant family, what are your aspirations? What are your dreams? What are you experiencing in life? This group, this agency that I'm a part of is filled with some absolutely magnificent human beings. I can't even describe it. So we hop on Clubhouse. The agency hops on Clubhouse every Tuesday and Thursday. There's gonna be a clinic tomorrow. Okay. Come check us out. The topic's going to be dreams, ancestors, and mediumship. The link for that Clubhouse event is posted. Okay. How is everybody today? How's everybody doing? Let's see. Hearts and love. Peace and love. So good to be here. Shall we dive into the story then? Okay. A Tibetan story tells of a meditation student who, while meditating in his room, believed he saw a spider descending in front of him. Each day, the menacing creature returned, growing larger and larger each time. So frightened was the student that he went to his teacher to report his dilemma. And he said he planned to go get a knife, place it on his lap, and during his meditation, when the spider would appear, he would kill it. And the teacher advised him against this plan. Instead, he suggested, bring a piece of chalk to the meditation. When the spider appeared again, he resisted the urge to attack it and instead just did what the master suggested. When he later reported back to the master, the teacher told him to lift up his shirt and look at his own belly. And there was the X. I always love like a moment of silence after these stories, especially as we transition into the message. So you're sitting in meditation and there's this spider that's just growing larger and larger, and it just keeps appearing, and you want to attack it. But instead of attacking it, you just place a marker on it, put a pin in it. And then later realizing that the pin is in you. Yeah. Whatever that means for you, whatever that story means for you, allow it to mean whatever feels right. The message. There has been some very interesting conversations happening where, as spiritual beings, we're really being called to step up and to assist those who are waking up, or so the illusion says. Because for those of us that really know, right, that really continue to follow down this path, we all know that we don't have to help anyone. Like, the divine within me, the divinity that you see, the strength that you see, whatever it is that you see in me that brings you here, is a direct reflection of you. Right? We talk a lot about projecting. We talk a lot about, okay, well, if there's something that you see in somebody that you don't like, you know, take a look at self. It's shadow work, right? That's spider work, right? So if we are suggesting that anything that you do not like, anything that triggers you in somebody else is a direct reflection of you, then also the divinity, the love, the kindness, the compassion, the wisdom that you see in other people is a direct reflection of you as well. The abilities in other people are the direct reflection of the abilities that you have, and that's why our soul family gets attracted to each other. So for me to suggest, for at any capacity, that I can help you is, to me, an illusion. Because the only person I can really help is myself. Because the only person that I really know and I'm interacting with on a consistent basis is myself. Like, am I coming into contact with other people? Am I experiencing other people? Yeah, but what do I really know? I know nothing at all. The only thing that I have had the opportunity to do is experience myself and just kind of take things step by step. And this is something that is being called to be transmuted, especially because there, for a long time, has been a lot of organized religion, right? And the organization of religion has then created a hierarchy that doesn't exist, truly, when it comes to our spiritual walk and our healing journeys. There is nobody that is more connected to God than you. Nobody has that power. Truly. Like, you are it. You really are it. And that is the message that I really felt called to share today. And the story directly reflects that, you know? Like, the kingdom of heaven resides in you. The voice of God is going to come from within you. And sure, sometimes these people who are who have spiritual gifts, you know, are able to speak the language of your heart, or to hear the language of your heart. Sometimes we're able to channel messages. But the person who is going to be able to hold your hand and walk you through whatever situation that you are in is you. And so as a teacher, the question is, like, will you face yourself? Will you trust yourself? Will you love yourself? And I know that there have been times where you have betrayed yourself. Ouch. There have been times where you lied to yourself. There have been times where you have made choices that really hurt you. And I know that because I've done that too. But the journey to healing is really a journey to loving. And I want to be clear about what my message is as a person that holds space for a lot of you in this community, as a voice, is that do not let anybody claim that they will take you places, you know? Even me. And sometimes I'm sure that'll slip out of my mouth because that is what being human is. And language can be so limiting that sometimes we say things and not really mean it in that way, but it can still just come out that way, right? Like, the journey is your journey. You are the teacher. You are the guide. You are the king, the queen, the high priestess, or the high priest. You are it, truly. Only you know what is blocking you, preventing you from moving forward. Only you have the keys to move forward. But really, what we have the opportunity to learn through some of these ascended masters or teachers are just some of the tools, right? And I honor that. I didn't have a lot of tools. I knew what I wanted. I wanted to heal. I didn't know how. And so I had to start building momentum based off of people who had been discovering themselves, right? But they weren't discovering me. That's not their job. Their job wasn't to heal me or to discover me or to explore me. Their job, their role was to do that for themselves and then just kind of share and be. Yeah. And this is something that I think all of us really want to explore, right? Is ourselves. I say this all of the time, and I think that, I mean, and a lot of people will say this, we have a really amazing opportunity to sit in silence. Like, silence is one of the most powerful tools that we can use, and meditation is that, right? Like, just like sitting in silence. And the reason why sitting in silence is a powerful tool is because all you are stuck with is yourself, right? Like, you really get to hear yourself. You really get to explore yourself. You really get to explore not just thought, but sensation, right? Sometimes our body will hold on to pain, hold on to tension. And yeah, so we get to explore ourselves in mind, body, and spirit. And sometimes the mind and the body can get in the way of like going deeper into our spiritual stuff. So we have to be with those things first. Sometimes, right? So I really encourage everybody, if you can find time to sit into silence, and if we become overwhelmed with the internal dialogue, my favorite tool to use is to step into being. And stepping to being for me is like, if I'm a tree, then I get to experience life. I'm just sitting still, right? So I get to hear the birds, and I get to feel the breeze, and I get to feel the sun. So rather than taking all of my senses and turning them inward where I'm hearing the mental chatter, what I love to do is I love to start using my senses to take me into what's going on around me. So like if I'm just a blade of grass, I'm just experiencing life as it's happening. And I'm just standing in one spot. I'm just being in one spot. And if I do this with you now, and I just breathe and I get still and I ground, I can hear my wind chimes. I can hear one bird specifically chattering. Two of my wind chimes are going. I hear a car approaching. But on the main road, I hear the wind. I can hear my house creaking, and I can isolate where it's creaking. Almost like I can hear where the wind is coming from. And I really just step out of myself and step into what does it mean to just be a part of life without trying to force it. And sometimes as I'm being with life, I also have to experience being with me. So yeah, I was really experiencing and listening to and being a part of everything that was happening around me. But then sometimes my internal world will start to take over, and I'll start to hear the things that I'm worried about, the things that I'm thinking about. And sometimes those things can make me feel really overwhelmed, or sometimes I can start judging myself based off of these thoughts, or sometimes these thoughts will catalyst worry and fear inside of me. And then I have the choice to attach to it and identify it as self, or to let it go. Just like if I don't identify with the wind, if I don't identify with the bird, if I don't identify with any of these other things outside of me, then I also don't have to identify with some of the things that are happening inside of me as well. Does that make sense? Plant medicines help me step out of my body and forget about all of my anxieties. Yeah. There are so many different medicines that help. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. Don't be afraid to rely on medicine, right? But knowing also that the medicine, once you receive the medicine, can we embody it, especially when it comes to like spirit medicines? Like, can we embody the spirit of that medicine? Can it integrate with us and be a part of us? Sometimes the answer is yes, sometimes the answer is no. That's up to you to decide, right? That's the best part. When we look at ourselves, when we face ourselves, when we trust ourselves, when we love ourselves, we will know what is appropriate for us at any given time. And we can honor that without judgment, without fear. And without needing other people to validate us or to say whether it's right or wrong. Because our team, our higher power, our inner knowing is going to be our inner love, acceptance, is all that we are going to need in order to live the lives that we came here to live. Knowing that they're all unique, they're all special. We are all unique and special. So with all of that, that's really like the message that I came to share. I'm really excited to play in June. I have face paint kits. I bought some more. So let's express, show our self-expression through paint. I have some beads to make some waist beads. I have cards. We're going to embody our inner reader. So if you have cards, if you're like coming and you want to play, bring your own cards. It'll be fun. We're going to do some movement, which is going to be great. And yeah, this is me today. I don't feel like I need to teach you guys anything. I think you all know what's going on, you know, but I'm here to support you and to share in whatever way possible. The message that was really coming through is like, you are it. You are the meditator. You are the spider. You are also the master. Yeah. You are the highest version of yourself. You are the lowest version of yourself, and you are everything in between. You are everything outside of you. You are everything inside of you, and you are not any of it as well. And sometimes all of these things don't make sense. Like for a long time, I would hear people say this and I would get glimpses, and then sometimes I get deeper and deeper glimpses. So know that if some people are like, yeah, I mean, I think I get it. Maybe I don't get it. I don't know. Where you are right now is perfect. And every seed that is growing inside of you is continuing to grow and expand. And you can't, your birthright is to grow. Like you came here to grow, whether you are actively forcing it to happen or not. It's inevitable. As above, so below. Yeah, absolutely. So my challenge for you this week, dun, dun, dun. My challenge for you this week is to sit in silence for 5 minutes. That's it. If you feel that 5 minutes is difficult, hey, Teresa, if you feel that 5 minutes is too difficult, start with 3, okay? 2 or 3. Try to see if we can make a progression. Some people really try to hit meditation right out the bat, and they're like, okay, I'm going to go for 30 minutes. Depending on your stress level, depending on where you are in your life currently, the central nervous system might be a little too taxed to handle something so big, especially if we're working through larger concepts, okay? So knowing that like we can take baby steps in meditation. We don't just have to like go for it. Some people love that kind of like extreme challenge. If that's you, I honor you. I love you. For those that can get a little discouraged by meditation because of the intensity of the central nervous system kind of going off and like the mind chatter, start with just a couple of minutes and then add another minute. But my challenge for you is to sit in silence for 5 minutes. And if you can, use meditation, this kind of meditation, not as a tool for introspection, okay, but for being. Just be. Be like a blade of grass. Be like a tree. Be like your coffee pot sitting on your counter, just like witnessing you do life, like a fly on a wall. Can you be the fly on the wall? Just being, witnessing life happening. Can you go with that? And if there is a little trouble because the mind gets a little overactive, then we just say, okay, fly on the wall. You know, I'm just gonna observe. I want to observe my house, my room. If the kids start laughing, if the kids start talking, if the dogs start barking, don't move. Just sit there. Just be. It's so interesting to watch because I know sometimes as a mother, my impulse is to, okay, I got to go help. But like, what if you didn't? What if you just sat there and witnessed your life? 5 minutes. See if you can do it. And drop into the group. Let me know. Drop into the comments on YouTube if you're watching from YouTube. Let me know how it goes. It can be such a powerful practice. So with all that being said, I honor you all. The divine in me sees and acknowledges the divine within you. The shadows in me see and acknowledge the shadows in you. And all of those above, below, and everything in between is so deeply loved and so orchestrated and so perfect. So peace and love, everyone. Have a great day. You want to say bye?
Bye.
Bye.